Today we are going to start with the process domain questions. And the first task of process domain is execute project with the urgency required to deliver business value. When we read this task of ECO, we need to understand what they are trying to say. They are trying to say that if someone comes, do this work urgently. No, it's not about urgently we can do it. It has to be evaluated. It has to be completed by following the same process. If it's required changes, then it has to go through the change control process. We need to understand the priority of it, but actually we need to evaluate it and we should follow the system. Even if a sponsor is saying, even if my organization is saying, even if my government is saying, we will do it. We are not saying no, we will do it, but we have to follow the process. So the process says for the task one as assess opportunities to deliver value incrementally, which means that before you start the project, you can prioritize the work. So in predictive, we can prioritize the work based upon their value. In adaptive, we can prioritize the work by using prioritization techniques, or it could be the customer-based prioritization. Examine the business value throughout the project, which means that first we need to know what is business value. Business value is a combination of tangible as well as intangible business opportunities or business value of the case. Like for organization, they have tangible, their financial assets, they have their goodwill or trust, that's intangible assets for them. So we will keep evaluating the business value. So we need to understand in predictive, we evaluate our business value at the end of the phase. After the phase finish, we have a phase gate meeting where we evaluate the business viability with the help of three documents: business case, project charter, benefits management plan, that are we going in the right directions or not? Is it feasible to invest further or should we terminate the project now? In adaptive, we use this at the prioritization. Product owner prioritize the product backlog, groom the product backlog, what features is needed, what features are not needed, what things should be done first. So prioritization happen at the product backlog level. And in hybrid, project manager and product owner working together to deliver the value. Project manager provides guidance, product owner uh, prioritize accordingly based upon the instructions and based upon the stakeholder feedback. Support the team to subdivide project tasks as necessary to find the minimum viable product. So as a project manager in adaptive or a scrum master or coach, we have to facilitate the team. We have to create a psychological safe environment so where team can practice, can find a way of learning, find a way of working. And if they don't know what is the complexity in the project, they can run a spike. What is a spike? We do an iteration to find out how much risk is involved in the project. So we will provide as a project manager psychological safe environment and facilitate them by removing their impediments, obstacles, blockers. Impediments which slow down the progress, obstacles which should be avoided, and blockers because of dependencies externally mostly. So if you have this information in mind, then we can solve the questions. And then you will try to correlate every question with a task that, okay, this question goes to that. So I can make a different way of working this time, that when I read the question, first I will ask you that what this question refer to. Then we will go to find the answer of the question. So don't rush for the answer. We'll go through with it. So let's start with the first question. You are managing a hybrid project. So in hybrid project, project manager have the authority and product owner works with project manager to deliver the project. You are managing a hybrid project to implement a customer onboarding platform. The sponsor wants a full feature release in 9 months. Market analysis shows competitors will release similar platforms in 4 months. Your team confirms a basic onboarding flow could be delivered in 10 weeks, but advanced analytics and automation would take 9 months. So this question is about which part of the ECO task enablers? What do you think? This question is about minimum viable product. In a very simple words, minimum viable product. It's giving you the thing that your team is saying we can deliver an onboarding thing, the basic one. So done is better than perfect. Release something. So 10 weeks are still less than your competitors. So let's go and provide them a way of working, or they can choose their way of working. If you can guide them to achieve that, that okay, yes, we can do that. Once you understand the principle of urgency, once you understand the principle of urgency, then your answer will match the answer. Otherwise, your answer will be wrong. Let's go and find the things. Propose an incremental delivery plan, releasing the onboarding flow first, then adding automation and analytics in later iteration. 100% A is feeling better answer, but it should not stop me reading other answers. Let's go next. Commit to the 9-month plan because the sponsor requested. When I was explaining you the task, I told you whoever requests, we will not go into their request, we will follow the process. Accelerate delivery by removing activities. If you will remove testing, it will delay the work more, it will create more technical debts. Request the sponsor to delay competitors' releases through marketing campaigns. So you are going to ask for the delay. So it's not possible that you can delay the competitor releases. So yes, actually A is correct answer. I am not stopping you to select the answer. I'm telling you, please focus what you are answering. Don't just judge the answer. Oh, it looks good by wording. It is a correct answer. It can be correct answer, but when you will not connect with the topic, your answer will be useless. Let's go next. Halfway through the execution of a productive project, a new regulation change. New regulation change means change in OPA or EEF. When I read this, what should come in my mind? It should be external EEF. The business case remains valid, but the expected benefits are reduced due to compliance cost. So business case is valid, then which document is affected? What is the name of this document? What is the name for this document? But the expected benefits are reduced. In which document we write these things? Exactly. Benefits management plan. A stakeholder still wants to proceed without changes. What is the best PM's action? Continue execution because the project charter was already approved. There is a change, and if you are violating the constraints, then your project will be stopped or maybe terminated. Conduct a business value review with the sponsor and key stakeholders to validate it, continue alignment, and adjust priorities. Halt work until legal provides complete regulatory guidance. Continue with the original scope. So when we are not doing continue, so we will not continue. Now we need to choose from B and C. So the question goes to this part, examine the business value. This part belongs to this typical situation, examine the business value. Very good. Let's go next. Your organization is launching a mobile app. A stakeholder insists the MVP must include authentications, payment loyalty programs, multilingual support, and AI recommendations. When I read this, and when you read this, what should come in your mind? Don't answer the question in the options. Answer what I'm asking, please. When you read this line, what should come into your mind while reading the question? Surely MVP, but what should come from here to here? When you are reading this, you have so many features. So we should think about exactly MVP belongs in Agile, but what I'm asking when you read this line, what should come in your point in your and if you look what I'm trying to teach you here, exactly that will be the answer. Just focus what I'm asking. When you read this, what should come in your mind as a pop-up that, okay, yeah, this is the answer, or this could be the answer? What should come in your mind when you read this line? You have so many features, right? Authentication, payment, loyalty program, multilingual, support, AI recommendation, value based delivery, but there should be, okay, I take this, examine the business value, or this is the one, deliver value incrementally. This is this task. What else should come into your mind? We have to deliver so many features incrementally, but we need to decide what? We need to decide what? We need to decide prioritization. Now you know the prioritizations. Can you please write down in Agile what prioritization techniques you already know? Please put it in the chat window. What prioritization techniques were discussed of Agile multiple times during our training in question solving sessions? Very good, Tahira. Exactly. Moscow, Kano, 100-point method, paired comparisons, monopoly money. So now you got the point. Okay. Your team wants the delivery will take 12 months. What should you do to support urgency and MVP delivery? Facilitate prioritization using value based technique. Moscow. To define a true MVP and defer non essential features. Assign additional developers to build everything simultaneously. So we are going against the incremental thing. Commit to all features and communicate a realistic 12 months timeline. This could be a better thing also. Reduce the project documentation to speed delivery. That's what we use Agile for. So now we have four options. Two are quite identical, but one is better. Did you understand what I was trying to tell you earlier? When you read the question, you should have the answer. And that's what you selected the answer. Do you get the point? What I'm trying to teach you here? I'm not trying to teach you just, oh, go, I can open the question, you select the answer and we go. You go your way, I go my way. No, I'm trying to tell you that, look, this is the way to answer the questions. Focus what you are doing. Then you can easily answer the questions. Next, you are implementing a new CRM. The procurement contract requires a fixed delivery of all modules at the end of 8 months. This is the constraint. However, the sales team needs basic lead tracking within 2 months to improve revenue immediately. What is the best approach? You will not understand the question. Wait, we are not going for the answers. Let's go and find what is written in the question. We have a constraint of cost and we need to achieve something. So from here, what you see, what is valid from here? What should come in your mind when you read the question? You need to deliver something in 8 months. Within 2 months, you have to deliver the revenue immediately. So we are talking about what we are talking about from these. We need to find the answer in the question. We will not find the answer in the answers. Please. deliver value incrementally. Exactly. So this is what we need to focus. We can do it, but we can keep getting and adding it. What is the best approach? Negotiate contract terms to enable partial deliveries or phase acceptance while maintaining compliance with procurement policies. Deliver a separate internal spreadsheet solution and abandon CRM deployment temporarily. Request sales to wait because procurement terms prevent incremental delivery. Shift project resources to another initiative until CRM is ready. All answers are very confusing and you need to choose one. So, which answer is answering this part? Okay, I'm waiting for other answers also. I will not take the answer of one person. So, the better answer is negotiate contract terms to enable partial deliveries or phase acceptance while maintaining compliance because you need to maintain compliance from the department. We need to work in the constraints, under the constraints. We don't need to bypass it. We cannot. These are the things in which we have to work. What are the constraints? So this is internal constraints, internal EF or external EF. Or this is OP. Procurement contract is internal EF or external EF or OP. What let you decide that it's internal? Procurement contract is internal EF or external EF or OPA. So surely it's not OPA. We need to find out it's internal or external. When you sign the contract with someone, you are implementing a new CRM. The procurement contract requires a fixed delivery of all modules at the end of month 8. However, the sales team need basically tracking within 2 months to improve revenue immediately. So you are saying within the department and seller. So can I take internal EF or I should take external EF? So I have more answers towards internal EF. Let's go further. So while remaining in the question, the best part is we have to deliver the contract. So D is following the contract? No. B is delivering the contract? No. C is following for the contract? No. Because this will provide additional value to start progressing further. So yes, correct answer is A. Very good. Let's go next. Your sponsor demands immediate deployment of a new feature to capture market share. The change increases scope and introduces security risk. The team proposes releasing a limited version quickly with strong controls. So now you know this is what we are talking about. Releasing a limited version is exactly like MVP. What should the PM do? Perform a rapid impact analysis, propose a controlled incremental release, and align decision makers on risk tolerance. Deliver the feature immediately without review. to capture the market opportunity, delay the release, ask the sponsor to take full responsibility for risk, and proceed without documentation. So correct answer is, you have to read all the option. Maybe there could be better answer than that. So yes, A is correct answer, but it should not stop you reading further. Very good. Next, your team is working on a data migration project. The migration plan is designed as a single big bang cutover, means like plug in and plug out kind of thing. Testing is planned only after all work is completed. The business wants early access to partial data sets. Let me give you one more thing to all of you, because majority of you are not from IT, so you do not understand these terms. Do not waste time in understanding these terms, because this question will remain PMP question regardless of the industry. So if you are reading the question as a construction professional and you don't need to have IT skills, so your team is working on a project. Plan is designed as single cutover. Testing is planned after all work is completed. I remove the IT part. Still, it remains PMP, project management. The business wants early access to partial data sets. So again, what you need to do, what should the PM do to enable incremental value? So again, this question is related to MVP with prioritization. Encourage the team to subdivide the migration into smaller releases by data domain, allowing phase validation and early delivery. Maintain the big bang plan because it reduces complexity. Increase the testing team size so all scripts can be validated at the end. Ask the business to wait until the full migration is completed. So yes, all of you are correct. Here also A is better answer. That encourage the team to group into urgency. There are many questions which we have done during the training also. Let's go next. Your project is delivering midway, a new corporate initiative launches with higher expected ROI. Your project still delivers value, but at a slower payback rate. Leadership asks whether to continue. What is the best response as PM? Present updated value analysis and opportunity cost to leadership, so an informed decision can be made. Continue work because stopping would reduce team morale. Demand continuation because the charter was signed. Shift resources immediately without formal decision making. So here you could choose the answer very easily. And the correct answer is yes. Very good. Very, very good. Perfect. Yes, A is actually the correct answer here. Next. A project has predictive governance, but the delivery team is agile. Leadership demands measurable progress each month. The team wants flexibility while executive wants fixed scope commitments. Leadership and agile team. So two different styles. What should the PM do to execute with urgency and deliver values? When you read the question, what should come into your mind? You should follow leadership or you should follow agile. Yeah, hybrid type of situations. Very good. That's what I was expecting, that someone may answer hybrid. So convert the project. You don't have authority, right? You are no one to decide. Continue execution without reporting and show progress only at the end. So this answer is never fulfilling the project management mindset. So correct answer which is left is again, yes, A is actually the correct answer. Very good. Let's go next. Yes. Your project involves two business units. Unit A wants features completeness before release. Unit B wants speed and early rollout. Both are influential. and funding the project. Market window is small. So you cannot go for one. You need to negotiate. What should the PM do next? Facilitate a structured decision workshop to agree on MVP criteria using business objectives, benefits timeline, and risk tolerance. Deliver unit A first, deliver unit B first, divide the budget equally. I didn't read it because I know what is the answer. And you should know. I'm not doing by myself, I'm just trying to show you how you should select the answer. Thank you very much for answering the question correct. So when project manager have taken this approach, which which conflict management technique project manager has used? Which conflict management approach project manager has used here? Unit A wants full, unit B want partial. Both are influential. So which conflict management technique you have exercised here? Let them compromise. Exactly. You collaborated, and while using collaborative, you used compromise. And which type of listening you have used here? Which type of listening you will do here? Active listening or passive listening? Very good. So look, everything is interconnected. When you're solving the questions, your database should be loaded into your mind so you can randomly select everything. Very good. Next and last question for task one. Your project team is working quickly but experiencing burnouts. Defects are rising and productivity is decreasing. The sponsor insists urgency must remain high to meet market deadline. So MVP prioritization. MVP, or we discuss another thing if you remember, minimum business increment. So we should be releasing MBIs regularly based upon their priority or business value. What is the best approach? Reassess delivery strategy by reducing work in progress, improving flow and focusing on highest value deliverable first, extend working hours, reduce quality standards, increase documentation. Which answer is correct here? Thank you for answering this. Yes, it is correct. Can you tell me which type of agile will be used here? I will give you the option because I hope you don't remember it. Iterative way of working or iterative scheduling with backlog or on-demand scheduling. Which one they are targeting here? Reducing work in progress. What we call this thing? Yes, it's Kanban, but what we call it? Exactly. On demand scheduling. Limit the work in progress and prioritize the things. Very good. Perfect. So that's how you need to solve the questions in exam. Now,